Hello guys, I'm here again to do another video explainer. Kasi in my website, www.passionforportraits.com, there's a page there that's called The Journey. And dun sa page na yon, dun ko linalagay lahat ng mga opinions, mga thoughts, and mga experiences ko in shooting portraits and fashion. Mahaba-haba na rin ang journey ko in shooting this type of genre. And I've been also writing about these different experiences that I have for about 7 years both sa Sunstar and sa Manila Bulletin. Now, I'm writing again, but this time, medyo different na yung mga tema ng mga sinusulat ko kasi medyo experienced na ako. Before, I used to write my journey starting up and to the point that I started shooting professionally. Pero ngayon, I've been doing professional shooting a lot this time, and probably yung mga articles na sinishare ko this time around are a little bit more on the experience side na. Mga opinions, thoughts, and just a disclaimer, lahat ng sinasabi ko dito are all my personal opinion and based on my personal experience. So, wala to siyang libro, wala to siyang scientific explanation behind. Ano lang talaga, just sharing about my experiences in my journey. That's why I called the page there, The Journey. No? You can learn a lot of information there, read the blogs, and then you'll learn a lot. And also, you can watch this video explainer, which reference to each and every one of my blogs there. For today, I'm gonna talk about working with models. Kasi when I was starting up, of course, again, the focus is always learning the scale, learning the lighting scale, mastering all of those things. And often we don't realize that big part of our genre is the models themselves. So, since they're a big part of the image that we're creating, it is also important to understand them. It's important to how to manage them in the set. Kasi iba-ibang models, iba-ibang personalities yan eh. I've learned that when I was in Australia. Sinubok ko talaga maghanap ng chance na makashoot ako ng models from Australia to find out kung may kakaibahan ba yung mga models doon at dito. And the answer is, there's no difference. Pare-pares ang mga models, how you treat them, how you handle them. Pare-pares lang din. And of course, kada model din, iba-iba yung personalities and you just have to work with them and deal with them. So, pagpasok pa lang ni model, if you don't introduce yourself, or kung ikaw man ang nahuli dumating, if you don't introduce yourself, you just, mind your own business and not even socializing with the people around or with the team, automatic you're creating a separation, a gap, between the other creatives and the model and yourself. So, napaka-importante nun na pagpasok mo pa lang, introduce yourself na agad. Do some, small talks, say hi and just ask where they came from. How did they travel papunta ng studio, nag-commute ba sila, or mga ganong konting kwento lang. Not just to establish rapport. Kasi importante when we're handling models, dapat inclusive. Parang dapat inaano mo sila, pinapart mo na kagad sila dun sa team. Para wala kang kinakreate ng mga gaps, or separation among the creative team. And si model is a big part of the image that you're gonna create, so you probably wanna immediately connect, and establish rapport. Tapos may isang nga ako niyan may vlog niya nga ako niyan about establishing rapport. So, once you engage already, introduce yourself as a photographer for today, bigyan mo siya ng konting idea about what's gonna happen for the entire shoot. Ito yung mangyayari, ito yung una natin gagawin, ito yung pangalawa, para may idea lang siya ng buong mangyayari. Like, how long will it last? Are you still cool if we finish around 5 p.m. or we finish at 8 p.m. ganun? So check, baka may ibang prior schedule siya, Tapos di mo pala na itanong sa kanya na may lakad pala siya. So nagiging anxious na siya, ba't di pa kayo tapos, So clear those things up kasi that's really important. So once masabi mo na sa kanya hanggang dito, ito na tayo, ganyan. Pagpasok na niya dito sa shooting area, no, wag mo siya isalang diretso doon na maghihintay siya na matagal habang sineset mo pa yung mga ilaw mo. Wag mo siya isalang kasi nakakamatay ng ano yan, ng energy. So dapat bago mo siya isalang, na-set up na yung lights mo, may in-stand in ka na, okay na. So para pagpasok niya, i-warm up mo na kagad siya, hindi yung maghihintay siya dyan na matagal na hindi siya gumagalaw. No? So, mawawala yung energy niya nun. Now, pagpasok niya, when you start shooting, make sure to establish a really good communication between your model. Kasi, pag sinasabi mo, okay, teka muna, check ko lang yung light. Kasi sometimes, stand-in, hindi parehas dun sa actual na model na lalabas di ba? Si model, naka-makeup yun and all, tapos si stand-in, hindi naman So, i-check mo lang kung pasok pa ba yung sinetap mo na ilaw. So, when you do that, you inform the model na, model, sandali lang chill ka lang dyan. Check ko lang kung do I need to adjust my lights pa ba or hindi na. Tapos when you take some shots, you go like, okay, hold on, adjust ko lang konti. And then, yun, dapat konti lang yun. Pag masyadong tatagal pa yun, then paupuin mo muna siya, go back to the makeup area or what. But if you feel like you want to start shooting already, you go, okay, my lights are good, and then let's start shooting na. So it's always that constant communication to your model that's very important. That's part of handling them, letting them know what's happening. Na, okay, mag-shoot na ako. I really love the lights na set up, and then especially with your register, okay na okay, let's start shooting. So, by working on that, yung energy naman na nanggagaling doon sa photographer is very important. Kasi, kung ikaw medyo malamya ka, disinterested ka, parang hindi mo gusto yung nangyayari sa loob ng studio, ganun din mararamdaman ng lahat ng tao dun sa studio, si model, the rest of the other creatives. And how can you expect the model to be energetic and very expressive and all, kung ikaw mismo, you don't show that energy, you don't show that interest, that very exciting feeling, excited ka to take photos. If you don't show that, that's going to reflect to your model. And if you're handling this model, you wanna transfer to them or share to them the energy that you have, the excitement that you have. They have to absorb that. Kasi kung hindi nila maramdaman yan coming from you, then magiging problema yun. They're also gonna act the same. Wala rin silang interest. They're not gonna show any energy. They're not gonna show strong and real emotions. Mawawala lahat yun. Kasi hindi mo maintain yung energy. Tsaka hindi mo sinustain din, no? So, let me just check yung vlog ko. Meron din ako sinabi dito na yung naman, yung compliments. You might wonder, yung mga magagaling na models, hindi mo na kailangan yan sila i-compliment kasi magagaling na yung mga yan You only do the compliments dun sa mga hindi masyado marunong. Well, this is just my opinion and the journey that I'm through and until now trying to discover a lot. Sa mga pinagdaanan ko, minsan I've done work with really successful models, no? Mga flying colors na to mga models. Magagaling na and super sikat na. And I've worked with them and every time magko-compliment ako because when I compliment, I really do mean what I say. No, pag nagandahan talaga ako sa shot, sinasabi ko talaga, I love that. That's beautiful. Sinasabi ko talaga yun. So, when I'm saying that, I mean it when I say it, no? So, pag sinasabi ko sila, that's beautiful, that's really great, nagre-respond naman sila and na-appreciate nila. I can see that because the next poses that they give me every time I give those compliments, nag-e-effort. Nakikita mo na talagang they're putting everything in the table and showing and giving me those really good poses and really beautiful smiles and projection. Maganda, so nagre-respond. So na-realize ko na whether bago ka pa na model, magaling ka na model, super successful ka na model, that still works. It's just that every time you say it, just make sure you really mean it. Kasi nararamdaman din naman nila kung totoo ba yung sinasabi mo, do you really mean it or not? Or you're just trying to just say the words without any meaning at all, or you don't intentionally, parang ano lang, sinadya mo lang sabihin pero hindi naman talaga totoo. So when you say something like that, it has to be real. It has to be coming from what you see and nakita mo at na-appreciate mo. So based on my experience, experienced models, models that has less experience, they all respond to that, no? Yung bibigyan mo sila ng compliments because you really appreciate it, not because you just want to say it. Tapos also I also mentioned here, take breaks. So when you're handling your model, it's also important na to give them a break, no? Kasi, kunwari, nag-shoot ka, tuloy-tuloy, palit damit, tapos kung ano-ano pang energy you're trying to draw from your model, yung mga expression niya, medyo nakakapagod din yun. And when you're managing them, it's also important na to give them a break, no? Kunwari, it's been like 2 sets na. Tapos, parang nakakapagod na rin. Ikaw din, you probably need the break as well. So, i-consider mo din yung model mo na baka napagod na, no? Set mga break times, like sasabihin mo between this and that, we're gonna have a break. After the second set, we're gonna have a break, ganun. So, kailangan magkaroon din tayo ng break para to refill the energy. And baka ma-reset lang din konti kasi baka parang na-overwhelmed na si model. So that's very important, taking breaks, no? Another is, I also mentioned here about maintaining constant communication. Na-mentioned ko na to kanina yung constant communication, that you're always letting the subject know what's happening behind the camera. The things na minsan kayo lang nag-uusap ni makeup artist and the stylist. Tapos wala siyang kalam-alam kung anong mga pinag-uusapan niyo doon. So, siya lang kasi nasa other side of the camera Tapos kayo, ang dami niyo doon sa kabila. So, you need to keep that communication, that solid line of communication present. No? Kailangan lagi mo siya ini-inform ano nangyayari. Are you doing well? Are you doing good? I love that. Keep that coming. So ganun, lagi siyang well-informed. Kasi models, meron kasi yan silang yung pinagdadaanan din dyan sa harap ng camera mo. No? So they need to be constantly informed, and they need to feel that energy coming from you as a photographer. They need to feel that a room of creative people working together, and all of you creating this beautiful image that you're trying to produce. So, ganun dapat. I-party mo si model dun sa creative group mo. And always put emphasis na yung model mo is a big contributor to your image that you're trying to create. No? So, when you're handling model, all of these things needs to be considered. Yung pagpasok mo pa lang, presenting yourself and all, yung establishing rapport, and all of them. Now, no matter how much you try to refine your skill as a photographer in lighting, camera settings, all those different light modifications and mga setups and all, those are really important. But you also have to understand that you need to also manage your model. You need to learn how to work with them. You need to learn how to bring the best out of these really good models, right? So handling models is as much as important as learning the technicalities and creative side of photography. So yeah, I hope you learned something out of what I'm sharing right now, no? And I'm gonna see you again in the next article that I'm gonna be doing, video explainer. So yeah, keep on shooting everyone, and I'll see you again. Bye.